Hey folks, sorry, I just had to kind of dial in some sounds. Hope you're doing well, and yes, hi, this live is specifically for YouTube. Definitely specifically here for YouTube because that's kind of how I know how to work it. So yeah, but nice to see you, Kaioken Daio. Thank you for the question. Gustavo, how you doing? Lots of bass, that's right. What's up, man? Bring up my microphone volume. How you doing? Hermosa, how you doing? I hope you're all doing well. Been having a good start to your week. up the volume a bit more. I was having this thing the other day. I can definitely bring up some more bass for sure. Sorry, the little gain knob on my interface is a little crackly. But should be. Is that better? Bring up a little more gain on the Aguilar. That's probably better now, yeah? How's that? Just want to make sure I don't clip as well. So yeah. And then just make sure, because I'm running the sound through Logic as well. I'm just having a little bit of clipping. I can just bring down the master a touch. How's that? Is that clipping on your side? Should be alright. I appreciate it. If das Fas, FDAS 456. I appreciate you. Hey, that's cool, Chuck. Have fun. Oh, Dennis on drums. Yeah, that'll be fun, man. Have a blast. Enjoy. How's that? Is it? Hopefully it's not clipping. So, Hermoso's got a question here. How do you record your bass at home? I tried Ableton and GarageBand, but I'm curious what's like simple and good setup using a Focusrite as interface. Yeah. No, that's a great question, Hermosa. And how I record at home, I pretty much put my bass through my effects pedal chain here, which involves an EBS octave envelope pedal. I've got an Aguilar TLC compressor that just tames the peaks of the I've got that after the envelope to kind of just tame the peaks of that, because sometimes it can really just take off too much. And I've got like a phaser, I've got a TC electronic vibrato, I've got a reverb pedal, and then that goes into I'm using a Trickfish Trilobite preamp. It's a 2-channel preamp. Really nice, beautiful, clean tone, and that's going into the Aguilar AG700 right now. And then the line here, the XLR, is going into my Focusrite, and that's what's going on, is that I record that way. And sometimes I'll go like straight direct, you know, I'll go straight direct into just the Focusrite, and it depends on what kind of sound I'm going for. If I want to get just a bass, just direct in, I'll do that, because that's also a great sound too. But sometimes if I want to kind of add some more tone, coloration, I'll do what I'm doing here. And I'll still use a few like plugins, minimal plugins, and I use Logic. Sometimes you got to start off real simply and use something that is like really basic, and then start building up stuff. And you'll find that kind of point of where like, okay, yeah, this is a little too much, or where you don't need to use certain things in the loop. And always go off that concept, you know, less is more. That's always a really good place to start. And also, if you're going to use plugins, it's best to know how to, depending on what plugin it is, it's really good to just understand how to use them properly, and understand how to use compression and EQ. Don't always be adding stuff into EQ. You know, you want to also look at reduction of things. So that's another thing. But just, you always want to make sure you're getting a good sound from the source, which is, you know, your fingers and the instrument. You want to get a good, clean signal with plenty of, you know, gain coming through. Obviously, you're not trying to clip the signal, but you want to have a good, strong signal coming through. So that's how I record, is I just do everything direct. Very, very rarely will I mic the cabinet and do a blend of the mic and DI. Depends what kind of thing I'm going for. The times where I will mic the cabinet is, say, if I'm recording, like overdubbing a solo, and I want to get a bit more of that kind of character to kind of like poke through, as opposed to just a really good DI signal. You know, that's what I'll do. You know, so that's what I do. You know. Second question. Gotta have a little play in between questions. Might lay some chords actually. And I might bring down the bass level actually. There we go. I'm gonna bring down the bass level because I am clipping a bit, and some folks are saying it's a little hard to hear me talk. What about now? And also, I can actually turn it down on the loop. There we go. Let's see what's going on. And hey, glad you could join, Clover Jones, first time viewer. Nice. Welcome. And if you're first time viewer here, folks, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. That way you can be notified anytime I go live and whenever I post any content, right? And Hermosa's second question is, do you use any effects? Oh yeah, I mean, you can hear it, right? So my favorite ones that I use, my go-tos, is EBS octave pedal and the EBS envelope pedal. Those two are my favorite, and I love the TC Electronic Shaker vibrato pedal. Those are my favorite kind of go-to pedals that I absolutely love. As well as for reverb pedal, I use the New Neighbor Immerse, which is just a beautiful, nice lush pedal. Has many different modes on it. You can get some nice plate reverbs. You can do a nice kind of slapback on it. Yeah, it's got different, cool settings on it that are really nice and ambient. You can also, do some real psychedelic kind of stuff on it, which is really cool, And Danny Bass here. Hey, you doing, Danny Bass? Nice to see you. Hey, you got a MDM 1606. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty light. So essentially, it's a 6-string version of this bass, which is really cool, right? And I glad I could help. And yeah, you can see I've got the Aguilar AG, and you have the first version of it. Yes, the single channel one, right? The AG 500. Those are incredible amps. I've used a bunch of those like as backline, like on gigs, and they've always been super solid. And a lot of there are a lot of people who say that those were like some of the best ones that they made. It was even better than the 2-channel one that they made. But I'm really enjoying this, the AG 700. Lots of power and super clean, and it really when I use it with this cabinet, the AccuGroove, it really brings out the full potential of this AccuGroove cabinet, which I really love. A month ago, I was doing these gigs. We were playing the music of Michael Jackson, and it was a really big band. Not like a big band, like a jazz orchestra, but it was, a lot of members in the band. We had like 3 backing vocalists. There was a full rhythm section, and there was like 6 different singers on this, smaller stage. And I just used this cabinet with the AG 700, and this thing just absolutely just crushed it. In the past, when I've used this on louder gigs with the Tone Hammer 500, I've definitely struggled a bit. And because I think the Tone Hammer the Tone Hammer is kind of got a this is my Tone Hammer here. I've like just absolutely just bashed around over the years, so it's taken a beating. But it also has a kind of breakup when you crank it up. But the AG for me, when you crank it up, it still is super clean, very articulate and fast, and it was perfect with this. So it's an incredible amp, and that's just running at 350 watts through 8 ohms. So I'm looking forward to when I get to try it with a 4 ohm cabinet running the full 700 watts. That's a lot of power. So yeah. else have we got here? Bimv. Hello, Bimv. Thanks for joining on. And Danny's saying, I'm good, thank you. And yeah, it's very lighter than my Fender 4-string. Oh yeah, this bass is definitely lighter than some Fenders for sure. It's a really well-balanced bass, and yeah, it has a lot of punch for what it is, you know? So yeah. I'm going to change up the loop. Folks, if you got any questions about bass playing, anything to do with bass, just pop it down in the chat. Anything to do with gear or techniques or bass playing concepts, recording, playing gigs, anything like that. Just pop it down in the chat. The nerdier, the better. Even if it's like, you know, I know there are people on here who are just starting out on their bass playing journey, like beginners, as well as we have advanced players on here. So even if you got, you know, basic beginner questions or anything about bass playing, pop it in the chat. Any school level, right? This is not a you know, I only answer, you know, advanced level questions. Nah, anything you want to know about bass playing, pop it down. So that's the whole thing. I like to help out with anybody who is very passionate about their bass playing journey and just the instrument itself and playing music. Before I address the chat here. First of all, if you've just been joining on, welcome. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as down below in the description box, check out the links to my bass resources, so courses, if you want to take a lesson with me or join my one-on-one bass coaching and mentoring program. I will tell you that for any lessons, so a one-on-one lesson, just a one-off lesson, or my bass coaching program, right now, since you're all here, if you join up, I'm offering a 10% discount. And so how you can claim that discount, and this is for any of my lesson options. And all you got to do, and I'll pop it in the chat here, and maybe I'll be able to pin it. All you got to do is type in coupon code LIVE10, and that can be used at checkout for any, and you can get a 10% off discount. And just know that this discount is only valid right now for the next, what's the time right now? For the next 12 hours. There's your coupon code. Is there a way, can I pin this? Yeah, I'm going to pin the message. All right, that is pinned. So that is your coupon code. All right, LIVE10. So get a 10% discount, all right, for any of that. And I'm looking forward to working with anyone who is wanting to get some help and some guidance on their bass journey. Let me see what's going on in the chat here. Danny's saying, I agree about what you say about the AG series. I use it with the DV112. Nice. Great for gigs. Yeah. bass comes through full transparency but doesn't sound stereo. Yeah, I love it. You know, it's a really versatile amp. You know, um, and hey, low end bike, what's up? Yeah, man, the Auckland show was incredible last week. It really was. Um, really great turnout. Great playing. The band absolutely played their butts off, and we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. I used 3 basses on the gig upright. I used 6-string bass, and I used my fretless, which is currently out of frame. Hold on, let's fix that. There we go. I mean, that's a little better. There it is. Yeah, the red fretless bass. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a lot of gear, but hey, you know, that's what we do, right? No, it was a lot of fun. There's a few videos up on YouTube, on the Creative Jazz Club New Zealand YouTube page, so you can check that out, which is really cool. So yeah. Who we got? Reese25. How you doing? What's the 6-string you've got in the back there? The neck looks gorgeous on that. Thank you. Yeah, I've got 2 6-strings. So if you're talking about, you know, I can grab it. Actually, I can grab it real quick. So this one I've been playing mainly, a lot, mainly, and this one is custom made at the Ibanez Custom Shop in Los Angeles. It's an LA custom shop. And this is just a maple, what's it? It's bird's eye maple fingerboard. And what else? It's yeah, I mean, it's ash and alder. So ash tops and alder body. And it's bolt on. We got 5 bolts, and then it's like and this might be Purple Heart going through here. Purple Heart stripes. It's a solid instrument. I mean, this thing has definitely been my main workhorse lately. It's 34. It's a BTB, so it's an Ibanez BTB custom bass, right? It is 34-inch scale, and it's 17.5 millimeters string spacing. But it's definitely such an absolute beast of an instrument. It's so easy to play. It's like a sports car. You know, this bass is designed for just absolutely just flying around. You know, I absolutely love it. Let's see what's going on the chat. Let me catch up. Clover Jones is saying, I'm a beginner bassist. Any tips that I should know while practicing? I've been playing for 3 weeks. Hey, that's cool, Clover. And welcome to the bass. I hope that you've been enjoying the last 3 weeks. So, for practicing, and this goes for at any level. And I think, you know, what is really important as a beginner is, especially if you're new to the instrument, it's a new physical thing, new muscle memory, your body's still getting used to playing the instrument. You want to make sure that you don't overdo it as exciting as, learning a new skill and a new instrument can be, just make sure that, you don't overdo it and injure yourself. So and your body will tell you when it's like, it's time to take a break. Don't do the whole thing of like, oh, it's rock and roll, man. Like you gotta play through the pain. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Take a break. So there's your first tip. Don't injure yourself. Okay. The second tip I would recommend is make sure that you are you are developing a good technique and you're not developing a bad habit. And so that is definitely something where having a teacher can help you, right? Just to make sure that you've got a good initial technique going on. You don't want to play too hard. You don't want to play too light. And you want to make sure that both hands are balanced, right? The other thing too is in terms of musicality. I mean, you want to make sure that you gravitate towards the music that you enjoy. So whatever that is, for me, obviously, I'm more of like a jazz R&B kind of dude, and so that's the music that I gravitate towards the most. And so I'm going to be listening to that and trying to emulate what I'm hearing. So that's another thing too, is you want to make sure that you're listening to a lot of music. Listen to the music that you really love. Listen to the music that you want to play. Learning tunes is another important thing as well. That you want to, in terms of developing the technique and developing playing the instrument, learning tunes, that's going to help you develop that. The other thing that you also want to get into is like, okay, the analysis part of the instrument. Well, you want to take the time and actually learn the notes of the fingerboard. That's really important. You really, there's no other way around it. You really need to understand the notes. And there are many different ways to do so. Sometimes you have to actually just sit down and spend some time, and even like you can even break it up into sections. You can be like, okay, so and I'm going to assume that you're playing a 4-string bass, right? So on a 4-string bass, you can be like, all right, I know this is a low E string, and so let me find where are the other E's on the E string. Okay, well, I have it on the 12th fret. All right, that's one way of doing it. The other way is, or one other way is, all right, let me look at the different notes. All right, if that's E, what comes after E? F. Then we're going to look at F sharp, G. You literally have to sit down and just spend some time to do that, So you want to have a balance of doing some technique stuff, where like whether it's like practicing a scale or something, or a triad, or an arpeggio, and also playing some music, right? Playing a tune, playing along to a tune. And then also you got to sit down and also spend time just looking at the notes so that you understand what you are playing. So it's a mixture of those things, right? And it doesn't have to be like always just one-sided of like, oh, just because you're a beginner, you should only just be focusing on the theory stuff. No, have fun. Play the instrument. Figure out what sounds you can do on it. Figure out some tunes. Use your ear as well. All right, that's really important. Train your ear to identify and recognize what you are hearing. Also, you'll hear some stuff in your head that's, like a bass line or a few bass notes. Try and figure out what those notes are on the bass itself. So those would be the places to start, And since I have this 10% off discount, if you'd like to study with me and as a beginner, I'll help you even more so on your bass journey. I would definitely love to work with you. If that is something that you would love to do, just know that offer is there for you and for anybody else as well. Let me scroll up here. Gil, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you. Always a pleasure to see you, Gil. And yes, double bass back there is definitely that's my baby. Her name is Bertha. My wife named her actually. But she's a very nice upright bass. John Patitucci has played that bass. Stanley Clark has played that bass. Yeah, it's and they've sounded like themselves on it. And it's an incredible instrument and a joy to play. Who we got here? Aaron Metz. How you doing, Aaron? When playing standards or other tunes in a recognizable key center, are you thinking more numerically, number system, or are you thinking chord to chord, E major 7, B major 7? Yeah, that's a great question, and I can definitely demonstrate that for sure. Let me pull up my little play along backing track app that I use called the Feel Book, developed by Jonathan Kreisberg, and also his whole team of people. So no, that's a great one. So no, I'm not thinking necessarily in a number system. I'm definitely thinking more so chord to chord. Now, this is if I'm after I'm playing if I'm playing, say, like a tune like Cherokee, which is in the key of B flat, right? I'll do it real slow instead of, right? Like, I'm definitely thinking from chord to chord. Now, if I'm going to play it in a different key, then I'm going to also be thinking of it like that, See, I can't even sing it now. But, like something like that, where, yeah, you just have to understand in different keys. And that's just from my experience of playing on gigs where it's been, especially on like jazz vocal gigs where, they're not always going to do things in the original key. Be like, okay, let's do this in that key. And so you have to adapt and be able to transpose on the spot. I'm definitely thinking of the the chord in relation to where it might be modulating, you know. But you know, if some people use the number system, you know, which is totally helpful. I would say I've definitely used that on some gigs where maybe the music director is giving up hand signals or whatever for what chord we need to go to. We'll do that as well. That requires you to understand, the number system and what degree of a chord that you're on. You know, that's really important there. And yeah, I mean, I think I've always been chord to chord because I always like to think of something tonally, you know. And yeah, some people will use like you're saying, the number system for transposing. I kind of use both, but definitely I go from it's chord to chord for me. That's how it is. So yeah. And you know, transposing it can be difficult. I Transposing is one of the hardest things for me. It has been because I have perfect pitch, and people with perfect pitch, we're so used to hearing a tune in its original key. So when it goes out of its original key, it can be difficult to hear it in another key. And so that's something that um, I've worked on quite a bit to try and overcome. It's still a little difficult, but you know, hey, that's how it is. We go. Why is my fingertips burning when I try plucking any tips or any strings? Well, I mean, you might be just plucking too hard. That's what it is. If you're digging in really hard, that's gonna be different. That's gonna make your fingertips burn as well. You really don't need to play hard. Even when you're playing something that's really intense, and to build intensity, you don't need to pluck hard. You really don't. I used to pluck very hard, especially, and it could be because, you know, being an upright bass player, when I was younger, I used to really dig in. I had like high action on the upright bass. I was playing with gut strings on the G and D strings, and I used to pluck really hard, and I would get some crazy blisters, like real crazy, because I thought that like that was part of the sound, that was part of the vibe. But it actually turns out that, you know, I was injuring myself. The other thing too is that I wasn't getting even when I was plucking really hard, I wasn't getting the best sound out of the strings and out of the instrument. It was kind of choking it, you know. You're not playing where the strings actually want to vibrate the best. So that was a lesson I learned. And I remember one time with there was this one time I remember I was chatting with John Clayton, one of the greatest bassists. He's a protege of Ray Brown, and also has an incredible band called the Clayton Hamilton Jazz Orchestra. The Hamilton part is incredible drummer Jeff Hamilton. And so now John, he doesn't use a pickup on his upright bass at all. He only uses a microphone, and specifically uses an Electro Voice RE20. And I remember asking John, I'm like, because I don't see you don't see him plucking really hard at all. But he has this beautiful big tone, and sure, I mean, he's got incredible bass and all that, but it's the tone, it's in his hands, you know. And I'm like, how do you do it, John? I mean, how do you play in a big band with just a microphone on your bass, and you don't get any blisters, you're not over plucking? How do you do it? He's like, well, that's the thing. You don't overpluck. You don't need to dig in so hard. You're not trying to cut through like an electric bass does. And that was the moment where I just went, poof. I was like, oh. And so I started playing at a more comfortable velocity and attack on the bass. And things just, I had more stamina, I had more endurance. I was able to play, especially when playing fast tempos, like real up tempo, like swing. I was able to be steady and last like way longer. That was the incredible thing, and the sound was also like much better as well. So it's the same thing on the bass guitar as well. If you want to play intense stuff, if you want to play faster stuff as well, you don't need to pluck hard. And the only time where I'll pluck hard is if I want to accent a note, but I'm still not plucking that hard, you know? If I want to get that kind of thing, I'm still not plucking very hard, you know? It also helps that, you know, having an instrument that is very responsive to the way that you play, and most instruments are, you know. So ease up on the attack, you know. So, you know, and don't injure yourself, don't hurt yourself. This goes for anyone out there. So yeah. We got Rosnick65. Hey, just stumbled across you for the first time. Hey, welcome. So who are you and what do you do? Well, for those of you who are new here, first of all, welcome. So my name is Benjamin J. Shepherd. I'm a bass player. I've been playing bass for almost 30 years. I've got a few, you know, gray hairs to show it. A few battle scars, you know. No, so I'm a professional bassist, and I also run a online bass academy called Bass with Benjamin here on the internet. And every week I do these live streams just as a bass hang. A lot of you who are regulars come and hang out, and we just nerd around about bass playing. People ask questions, and whatever questions that I can help you, that I can help answer. Anything you want to know about bass playing, this is a place to do so. I also play some music as well. It's not just all talking. I also play through some tunes because it's, you know, you also got to put it into context as well. But in terms of playing professional bass playing, I was a top call bassist in the Los Angeles music scene, and I've worked. I mean, if you scroll down, I'm not gonna just talk about all of that. If you scroll down in the description box, down below there is my bio, and that will kind of give you an idea of some of the work that I've done and people that I've been fortunate enough to work with. So you can definitely check that out. Otherwise, you know, yeah, I can just keep talking and talking and talking, and I want to talk about bass in music, and I want to talk about the things that you cats are all passionate about and want to know. So, so yeah. And somebody was saying my mic was a little too low. Well, yeah, I'm kind of adjusting the volume. I'm also using, it's probably when I get off of the mic like this, then it kind of, because being a very directional mic, that's the other thing too. At some point, I definitely should upgrade my microphone game here in terms of the speaking microphone. This is just like a 58. Which is really good for, obviously, vocals, singing, and for some instruments. But yeah, you know how it is. Hey, thanks, Danny Bass. I appreciate you hanging out. Enjoy your MDM. And yeah, see you again soon. Vanilla Butcher, how you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. Um, Clover Jones saying, thanks for the advice. Much appreciated. Definitely get a bass teacher in the coming days. Yeah, absolutely. That's something that will really help you, even if it's just like a few lessons to kind of just get you going, you know? And definitely feel free to reach out. I would definitely love to help you with that. And just remember, for anyone here, I've got a comment pinned here in the chat. You can get a 10% discount on my lessons, one-on-one lessons with me. And this coupon code lasts for the next 12 hours. So make sure you make use of that. We got might have a nickel allergy. Oh yeah, I mean that could also be another reason why your fingers might be burning. You might be allergic to nickel or steel. That's definitely a possibility, right? Aaron Metz saying, I work as a tech at a music store, and if there's one thing I routinely tell people, it's that the harder you pluck, the less dynamic range you have and the less sustain you have. Exactly. That's exactly what that is. And that is definitely one of the things I also learned from Gary Willis as well. Gary has a beautiful tone, plays with a very light touch, but just gets that response. Really nice dynamic range and all that. So yeah. And thank you, Fair Use TV. Dedication Discipline is really a pleasure to listen to. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's very kind of you. One piece of advice for playing softer that I also got from Gary Willis is to turn up your amp volume until it's a little bit too loud. Then you're forced to play quieter to sit in the mix. Exactly. So that's the other thing too, is exactly that. And this is another reason why I use an amp with a lot of headroom. So this AG700, and some people will be like, oh man, that's a lot of power. Yeah, it is a lot of power. And it's not because so I can play super loud. It's so that I have somewhere to go. I don't want to be like maxed out, and if I keep going, the amp is like struggling, and I'm still on like the softer side, like dynamically. I want to be able to have that ability if I want to kind of push it more and still have a nice, clean tone. It's also another reason why I'll use multiple cabinets as well. That way I don't have to pluck very hard on this end. That way I have that reinforcement. So and I can play dynamically as well, and play with the right attack that I'm used to. So yeah, you can put your amp louder, and you can use the volume control on your bass, or use a volume pedal, to adjust the dynamics. Use it like the gas pedal in your car. Like use it like an accelerator. You can definitely do it like that. It's kind of fun. Or the way that like a Hammond organ player would use like the volume swell pedal. So that's a really cool thing. I'm gonna play along to some tunes from the field book. Did they add any new tunes? What did they add? Any tunes? Let's have a look. If not, it's all right. Just because I love playing through these tunes. Let's see what we can. Oh, they added Equinox. That's cool. John Coltrane tune. That could be fun. Or maybe I should play through. Oh, I know. Do they have it here? I thought they did. Oh yeah. Let's play it alone together. Why not? Let's go to the bank and take out a loan together. That's my dad joke. Anyway. Oh, do I have this on the right setting? Audio setting? Yep, I do. Okay, let's see. Alright. There we go. That's what happens when you go to the bank and take out a loan together. Yeah, okay, whatever. No, it's a great. That's a great tune. It's a really nice. Oh, I'll play Beatrice. That's a great tune. I love that tune. Really nice, fun standard to work on. And Gil is currently working on it right now, which is really cool. I'm gonna play another tune. This is a Sam Rivers tune, Beatrice, or Beat Race. Yeah, you want me to play some walking? Do a bit of walking. Yeah, I'll play some walking. How about that? Let's do some walking over Beatrice. Beatrice. Beautiful tune. Yeah. All right. some nice changes on that, right? Who was playing on that? Tells you. Okay, yeah, that's still Colin Stranahan, Joe Martin, Victor Gould on that. Nice cats, swinging cats on that, right? Someone's saying play the song 67 and Aura plus Ego. Oh man, I don't even know that. I don't even know what that is. But you know, I'll check out what it is though. And this is nice. I might play along to another tune. Play some bass. Done a bunch of soloing. Might just play some bass. Folks, thank you so much. I'm almost done here actually. It's kind of late for me, but I appreciate you hanging out. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also down in the description box, make sure you check out the links to my bass resources here at Bass with Benjamin, so you can check out my courses. If you want to take a lesson with me or join my bass coaching program, please do. I've got a coupon code right here in the chat called Live10, where you can get 10% off any of my lessons, but only for the next 12 hours. So make sure you act upon that right away. I'm going to play a few tunes here because why not? Playing tunes is fun. Let's see what I can play. That's always the hard part. It's just like, what am I going to play? What am I want to play? Let's see. Oh, the possibilities of what I could play. Oh, I haven't played this one in a while. Beatty Bell. Hindsight. Let's play Beatty Bell. They're really cool. I think they are from Norway? I think so. Could be wrong. Alright, it ramps up.
See this coming until I saw you running away. I never would expect to fall, and then I realized I shouldn't be surprised. I I'd probably deny what was going on inside your mind. Too late to understand, too late to be alright, too late to comprehend, 'cause this is all hindsight. Doesn't make any difference. I would not believe that what I did achieve was just to make you leave, but I never did care about your need, but now I do indeed. Too late to understand, too late to be alright, too late to comprehend, 'cause this is all hindsight. Doesn't make any difference. Oh, too late to understand, too late to be alright, too late to comprehend, 'cause this is all hindsight. Doesn't make any difference.
That's a fun tune, man. Lucky Lantern. It's still early. And Chuck is asking, I noticed that the bottom of your fingerboard doesn't curve like the other BTVs. Did you have them eliminate that feature at the custom shop? What year is that bass? Oh yeah, that's a good question. Now I have to go on the Ibanez website to have a look. I remember my very first BTB, which was a 99 model, had that curve, and so it was literally 23 and a half frets. That's what it was. Now I'm just looking at the BTB. Well, the BTB is a full 24 frets. So so it's like over here. Yeah, no, that's a good question. I didn't even think about that. And yeah, it doesn't even faze me, really. Yeah, I'm looking at it right there. I almost feel like that it's possible that just having that extra little bump in there might just kind of get in the way, at least for me. And it could be just because of how I have these pickups where they're situated. I've got these two pickups here in the 60s jazz bass positions. And so this seems like it's a little closer to the neck than the humbuckers are on the typical stock BTB basses. And I think there's a little more room there because a BTB bass is typically 35 inch. That's the other thing too. And this is 34. So just a touch smaller, right? And the year of this bass, this is 2022. It's a 2022 bass. That's when it was built. Technically, I think I started giving them the specs, and they might have started building at the end of 2021, because I gave them the specs in 2021, but they built this in 22. So yeah, that's how it is. What's the hardest song Oh, there's lots of hard songs, I know. Sometimes even trying to play a blues, depends what kind of day, can be hard. um, I can try and play a hard tune. You know. Which I've done before. Let's see if I can do it, especially since I'm like kind of almost falling asleep a little bit because I'm pretty tired actually. It's kind of late for me, but this could be a good test. Can I play this hard tune in this state? Let me see. I have to pull up the chart. I have to look at sheet music for this. I've played this a few times on the live stream. It's a Billy Childs tune, which is definitely one of my favorite Billy Childs tunes. Billy Childs is an incredible composer, pianist, has written some of the hardest music that I've had to play on gigs. This is a complex one. Let me see if I can play it. Make sure that I'm gonna have to look at the chart on this, make it bigger. It's called The Starry Night. And it's a starry night indeed. And what makes this one complicated and complex is that it has a lot of different time signature changes and some unison lines and also many different syncopations. So rhythmically it has a lot of different, moving parts as well. There's a few lines in here. I'm just going to make sure. Okay, that one. And then there's another line. Was it? Yeah, is that what it is? E sharp, gross. Alright, so. Something like that. All right, we'll see what happens. I might get it, I might not. We'll see what happens. But this will be the hardest one, and then I think I'll probably call it a night after this. Good night. All right, here we go. I'm just going to try it again from where the band comes in. I was just like, It's just like I dropped a beat. That's what happened. Take two. So right now, that's like one of the hardest tunes. As of in this moment right now, that's one of the hardest tunes for me to play. Billy Child's "The Starry Night." I almost said, yeah. I have to shed to play that one probably. You know, I almost need to kind of just redeem myself with just one more tune, just so I can be like, all right, I'm good. I was like, ah. I mean, it's especially in my state right now. I'm like, falling asleep. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. It's kind of cool to see, what you can and cannot do, when you're tired or whatever. And I'm not. It might sound like I'm making excuses, which I probably am. But there was definitely. I've played that tune a lot, and there were many times where, I mean, I could just get up and go at any time, and just play a tune like that. No problem at all. Wouldn't have to even like think about it. I'd still be looking at the chart and all that, but that's just how it is. Let me play one more tune, just to be like, yeah, I'm good. I know what I'll do. Let's play this one. It's actually a Herbie Hancock tune, but I'll play. This is the Jocko Big Band version of it. Here we go. All right, folks, that's it for me for today, tonight, this morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and just nerding out with some good old bass, whatever nerdery that we do here. I appreciate you all. If you haven't, please like and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the links down below in the description box. Right now, for the next 12 hours, I've got a 10% discount for any lessons, that one-on-one lessons that you take with me. So make sure that you make use of that. 10% off if you want to take a one-on-one, just a one-off lesson, or for any of the programs in my bass coaching and mentoring program, which is also one-on-one as well. The coupon is right here. That's posted in the chat here. It's just live 10. So at checkout, just put that in, and you'll get 10% discount. And that's for the next 12 hours that is good for. So don't miss out. But folks, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind comments. Also newcomers here who have just been hanging and joining on. Thank you so much. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. And whatever I can do to help you with your bass playing, with your bass journey, that's what Bass with Benjamin is all about. This is why I started this, because I'm so passionate about bass playing and helping bass players like yourselves around the world do the same thing. Whatever you want to do in your bass journey, I'm here to help you. So let's go. All right. Thank you so much. Wherever you are, please take care. Be safe out there as well. Enjoy playing music. Have fun. All right. Play what gives you joy. Listen to the music that gives you joy. And I'll see you again. I'll be online again at the end of the week. All right. So that for my usual live stream, I'll be a little more awake, because usually I have like a coffee and I'm just like, whoa. Right now I'm ready to go to bed. I'm done. But thank you, everybody. You're awesome. Take care. I'll see you again soon. Peace.